So, workplace conflict. Conflict is a part of doing business. Can't get away from it. It's normal and natural part of any workplace, and this is kind of a shocker. Managers spend 25% of their time resolving conflict. That's a lot. You think of it, that's 1/4 of their day they spend resolving conflict with employees or other managers or management. Right? So conflict can result in lower morale, increase in absenteeism, decreased productivity. Okay? That's where I was in HR all the time. Keeping them apart. So dealing with conflict, how do we deal with it? We have to accept the fact that conflict is inevitable. It's going to happen. We're not going to avoid it. So we have to learn ways of dealing with it. So if you're a manager particularly, you can't be a conflict avoider. And some managers are. They can't handle conflict. What do when a conflict breaks out in their department? They go in their office and hide under their desk. Okay? You can't avoid it. Walking away doesn't make it better. It's only going to get worse. Also, dealing with conflict. The whole process is to stay calm, always maintain the moral ground. If you're a manager, you should be partnering with HR, hopefully. Document meticulously behaviors. Very important to keep good documentation. And always work towards resolving a conflict rather than winning. What does that mean? Resolve conflict rather than winning.
Yeah, resolve means peace with two parties, not even one party.
Yeah. Well, what's the word we use with distributed versus integrated bargaining?
Compromise.
That's win-win.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. See, this is leading into negotiations here, okay? So, resolve it is more important in resolving conflict rather than having one winner and one loser. So you resolve conflict more effectively when both parties can walk away feeling that, well, I didn't get everything, but I got something. Okay? That's more win-win scenarios. And it's a very effective way of dealing with conflict. Now, when we get into negotiations, we're going to discuss why win-win bargaining is much more effective than the old way of win-lose bargaining. Okay? Although we can't always have win-win bargaining. We'll discuss that as well. So, some of the benefits of dealing with conflict. We can build stronger relationships because we build stronger interpersonal relationships as a result of expression of true feelings. You get an increase of self-respect. You develop the ability to handle criticism, which you wouldn't have if there was no conflict. Sometimes we refer to the ability to handle criticism. I don't know if you use the term here. We used to call it being thick-skinned. Anybody ever hear that before?
Thick-skinned.
Meaning you don't get all upset if somebody criticizes you. Okay? Thick-skinned, you don't get, oh, he said I was ugly. You don't. Okay? Thick-skinned. I can take the criticism. The more conflict I'm involved in, the more thick-skinned I get. Okay? Immune. Exactly. Personal growth and development. So helping to resolve conflict will result in more self-respect and respect from others. Improved efficiency and effectiveness. Resolving conflict allows all employees to focus on being more efficient and focusing on their performance. If there's conflict, efficiency and performance will suffer if we don't resolve it. Creative thinking. So I think my mic just went out again. So by encouraging employees to learn from their mistakes, the organization as a whole will reap the benefits of creative thinking. Synergy. What is synergy? I hear that word a lot. Yeah. What is it?
Cooperation.
Yeah. Yeah. A cooperative environment where all the parts function together. Okay. Synergy. Teamwork. I don't have any synergy in this microphone. Managers and associates will be able to focus on serving customers and clients by helping each other. So, if we look at managing employee conflict, you should know this. There are two basic parts of employee conflict: interpersonal and task related. So interpersonal conflict arises from personal incompatibilities that lead to animosity. Kind of like a bad marriage, so to speak. This type of conflict can damage harmony and productivity, okay? So, if you have interpersonal conflict with an employee, that's definitely could harm the productivity of your department. Task conflict is conflict that arises from disagreements in viewpoints, new ideas, opinions. This type of conflict can be positive because it promotes an exchange of perspectives. And this was mentioned before, when somebody brought up being creative, being innovative. Sometimes that results in task conflict, where the good ideas start to rise to the top through conflict. Task conflict. Difference of ideas and opinions. Interpersonal conflict is just what it says. You have a disagreement with a personality of someone. Okay. So, how do we resolve it? Again, stay calm, restore order, allow each party to vent. What does that mean? Allow each party in a conflict to vent. Now, venting is not breaking. So I say the word
It's
vent,
like,
venting may not be clear to you.
no, it's like opening something and let them speak.
Yeah, exactly. Giving somebody an opportunity to vent, to express their disagreement, their feelings. Well, this is why I feel this is wrong. And so when both parties get to vent their feelings or express them, so I want to make sure you understand, venting is expressing, okay? Openly expressing their opinions. Got it? That way, if it's kind of like a sounding board, right? You express your feelings to me, and then it helps resolve the conflict. And that's important in negotiations as well. Also, again, there's that word again, listen carefully. Generate solutions. So if you're a manager and you're trying to resolve a conflict, you hear both parties venting, opinions, expressions, and then you try to generate multiple solutions, not one. Come up with multiple solutions. Okay? Then agree on how we're going to resolve the issue, and then make sure that both parties accept the conflict resolution. You want to document mutual acceptability. Everybody got that? Okay, time for break, right? Move to 12. My watch right there.
Yes, it's done.